Hi, Scott McConnell here, one of the co-founders of Distance CME. Wanted to take a quick moment and just chat with you about the National Continued Competency Program, or NCCP. Now, the new NCCP program from the National Registry is going to be a new way that we recertify our National Registry credentials. Now, currently, there are 4 states that are using NCCP: North Dakota, Alabama, Massachusetts, and Vermont. It is optional in New Hampshire. What does this mean for me, the National Registry provider in my state, when it comes to my state? Well, first, it's going to cut the total number of hours, but it is going to split those hours up into 3 different categories. Currently, paramedics will need a total of 60 hours. EMTs will need a total of 50 hours. EMTs will need a total of 40 hours, and EMRs will need a total of 16 hours in 3 separate categories: national, comprising 50% of each total; local, 25% of each total; and then individual, 25% of each total. Now, the national component, or new refresher, will of course constitute 50% of the new recertification requirements at each level and will replace the traditional DOT refresher. So once your state adopts the NCCP program, your traditional Department of Transportation refreshers out the window. Those topics will also be updated every 4 years and will reflect current trends in evidence-based medicine, scope of practice changes, and position papers. The local component, of course, constitutes 25%. The requirement for these hours will be decided by local entities, including state, region, or agency. So really what we're talking about is 25% of your total hours needed to recert will come from a local level. Things like monthly trainings, new protocols, things that your medical director or county medical director or state medical director feel should be emphasized in your education. Finally, the last component is the individual. Now, the individual component will be 25% at each certification level. With this component, an individual is free to take any EMS-related education. So something new, something different there. So once again, I'd like to just say, when your state gets the new NCCP program, and you can please go to your local state's Office of Emergency Medical Services and find out more information about it. At the end of this video, I'll also post the link to the National Registry's newsletter that goes into much more detail than I did in this video. And I'd like to mention that Distance CME is currently doing live NCCP programming as we speak. So if you're a provider in North Dakota, Alabama, Massachusetts, or Vermont, you can get your education conveniently, easily, and rather inexpensively with us. Why don't you check us out? www.distancecme.com. C-SPEAM's credential F5, which means we are live online programming. We are not recorded at all. Thus, the National Registry accepts us 100%, and we are not limited to the distributive educational hour requirements. Once again, Scott from Distance CME. I'd like to just say thanks, and please go to the National Registry website and check out the new newsletter. A lot of great information there. Thank you.